All right, good people. Here we are with another week's update. Quick rundown on this week. I got in, I think, 92 miles. As typical, I will put my mileage up on the screen for the last few weeks so you can see where I've been. But I've more or less been in the 80 mile range for the past several weeks, and last week I just stepped it up just a little bit into the 90 mile range. Again, still base building. Trying to get my mileage up, keeping it relatively easy. I had a couple of runs where I picked up the mileage a bit, but for the most part, just kept it easy. This week also was Rep the Race week for the race. As you can see, I'm rocking my shirt right now. On Saturday, I participated in like a live session of the long run where we basically did the circle up as South Walton Running Partners normally does it. I did this with Booker, where we basically just encouraged everybody on Saturday morning in a big group chat, and then all went out for a run. I decided to just go ahead and do my run there on video. So I'll let you guys see a little bit of that. But basically, I just ran on the treadmill for the entire time that the online chat portion was going on. Malik was on there spinning, DJing the whole time, so I was able to play him on my loudspeakers and just listening to his DJ set while I ran. He did his thing. Definitely kept me pumped up, definitely kept me motivated as I was getting my run in. This week I'm a little bit late with the update because, you know, work has just been very busy. So I've been putting in a lot of hours in the remote office. Just trying to get ahead of what I have going on. So that's why this week's update is late. But all things work together for the good, because by me posting late, I'm able to comment on some news that just came out today. If you're watching this, you probably know by now, but the Boston Marathon live event has been canceled and they're shifting to a virtual race. The email that I received, unless I'm reading it wrong, said that those who were registered for the race would receive the option of a refund and the opportunity to participate virtually. Now, I could be reading it wrong. I read that line a few times, but the way I'm interpreting it is that I'm eligible to receive a full refund, but on top of that, I can also participate virtually. And it says those who complete the virtual run within the time frame, they would send out, you know, your medal and everything else, which that was a little confusing for me because I understand the costs that are involved in that. So it'll be interesting to see. I would imagine they would have to charge something. Maybe it would be a partial refund if you're going to take advantage of the virtual option versus a full. But I don't know. I probably need to read that email a few more times, and I'm sure more details will be forthcoming because I can't be the only one that was a little bit unsure about that piece of it. But yeah, last week I told you guys that I broke the treadmill. Well, I thought the treadmill was broken. It was, but it was the switch that I got repaired. I forgot to put the video up of what that looked like on my treadmill. So I'll throw up a little clip of that video as well, just so you can see exactly like where it went wrong and what was going on with it, so that, you know, you can have that information yourself. If it feels like your treadmill switch is going out, it's a super quick and inexpensive fix to make. So just keep that in mind. So other than that, now I've got some decisions to make. I don't have any competitive races on my schedule now for this year. You know, obviously I'm registered for the race, but for me, the race is, you know, I typically approach that just from a participation standpoint. It's not something that I traditionally like train for as far as trying to compete at my optimum performance. So now I've built this base mileage, which is great, feeling healthy. And so the decision I'm gonna have to make is like what I do with my mileage and what I do with my intensity. I was just speaking to Ed Walton from BMR, CMO, really about an hour ago before I'm shooting this video, and we were talking a little bit about this same subject on, you know, timing your peaks and your troughs, and, you know, making sure that we stay healthy and stay fit every day, but understanding that you can't, it's very difficult to maintain your very peak performance indefinitely without having a burnout. So we have to build in those flows to where you allow your intensity to come up, but then you allow it to come back down so that you can just enjoy running and enjoy being fit without necessarily like, going after it every single day. So that's kind of where I am now knowing that most likely for the rest of this year, I'm not going to be competing in anything. So now I need to manage my volume, manage my intensity level so that I stay fit. Being fit and healthy and in shape is vitally important to me, even outside of running. But from a running perspective, also just knowing that I got to pay careful attention to how I spend these next few months and really the rest of the year, so that I can have my mind and my body in the best condition possible, so that prayerfully when we come out of this in 2021 and we can get back to competitive racing, whenever that happens, I can come back with the same energy and vigor that I had before this crisis kicked off. So, man, I really feel for all those. I think about Patrick, who I had on the show last week, where this would have been his first Boston. I really feel bad for people who I know put in a lot of work, put in a lot of effort into getting themselves into the Boston Marathon for this to happen this way. But I think that everybody, I can at least speak for myself, I certainly know that the decision that was made was the correct decision. I've been saying for several weeks now that I don't see how you can safely gather tens of thousands of people into a major city like that, and be able to ensure the safety of your participants, which is really what comes first. Racing is cool, getting medals and plaques and certificates, all of that stuff is great. But most of us, all of us maybe, our primary reason for getting into this is for our health. And if the event itself is detrimental to the health of its participants, then I think that's the time where you have to make the call that they made, which is to either cancel it outright or shift it to a safer alternative, which in this case is a virtual run, which can also be fun. So good luck to those that are participating virtually. My heart goes out to those that may be negatively impacted by this decision, particularly all of the first timers. And yeah, let's just stay healthy out there. I think we're all looking forward to the day to when we can get back out there and just run competitively again, give each other high fives, and just get back to some semblance of normal. I know I'm definitely looking forward to that. But that's it for me. That's my update for the week. Y'all stay safe out there, stay healthy. I'll give you the next update next week.